Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you, or good to see me back. Um, Stretching, why is so important? And I'm going to go through a bunch of different stretching routines that I personally do. Stretching is so vital. Teacher said that if you can't do martial arts for some reason, at least stretch all the time because it'll keep the muscles elongated. It will help blood flow, and with blood flow you're bringing in more oxygen. It's getting that oxygen throughout the body better. So this is what's so vital about stretching and why you need to do it constantly. All right, when my youngest son, he's older now, but when he was like 5, we came out of a store and I seen some old man limping, and I don't know why he was limping, but I wanted to implant in my son the importance of stretching. And I was telling him, you see that old man? I was like this. Do you see that old man over there? Look at him limping. You know why he's limping? Because he's not stretching. And look at your heart. Your heart's up here. Your feet are the furthest thing from it. So that blood flow to get that pump down there and back is difficult without stretching. And there's other things too, but stretching. But I wanted to impose that thought on him that you have to stay flexible your whole life. All right, so these are some stretches that I do. All right, we used to always do peacock stretches where we would inhale, exhale, and go down. I always tell people, man, hold on to something and stretch down. All right, and hold something so you're not trying to work your balance. Even if you can only go here, but point that toe up so you're flexing that tibia muscle as well. This is going to, I always like to maximize everything. If I'm working something for the lower abs, you're working the lower and the upper. If you're working the triceps, you're working the triceps and the biceps. If you're just doing something that works the biceps, that's one thing. If you're doing some ab exercises, just hit the upper abs, that's one thing. But when you're doing something that hits two at a time, killing two birds with one stone, that's what I like to do. Another stretch that I like, and I'm going to show this from the side view as well. You guys all know to grab your ankle and pull your head down. Me personally, I think this is very important because it stretches the back more so than the legs, in my opinion. And so when you've got that and you're feeling that stretch in the legs, to pull that head down really helps out that lower back. But I take it a step further. I like to put the forearms in between the feet. Okay, a lot of people you'll see, if they're doing this, they put their forearms down here. This is really not doing anything. You need to get them back. And what I do is I'll walk them back. If I'm here, walk it back. All right, maybe you can only go one back at first. Pretty soon you'll get two. Pretty soon you'll get three. It's just like anything else. Stretching hurts. And when we're children, we're told, when we have aches and pains, we're told those are growing pains. It's because the bones and the muscles are all stretching and elongating, and we are in pain. Okay, it's growing pains. Stretching is no different. I don't care if you're trying to expand your mind, it's painful. All right, reading and researching and studying, this is stretching the brain capacity and it's stretching the mind, so it's also hurting. It's painful. You don't want it to be painful to where it hurts. Like a lot of times when we would do peacock stretches, we're keeping that foot straight. A lot of people will turn it to the oblique to where they're getting that knee flexing straight out that way, where we were constantly told not to. But you'll feel shaving on the knees in different positions. So you want to avoid that at all costs. All right, get what feels natural to you. Some people, you know, their natural standing position is with the feet out. To try to correct that while stretching is going to really put a big burden on you. Another exercise, and a bunch of you guys have seen me do this, I like to stretch to where I'm kicking, all right? I want that put nuts to the eyes, if you will. I want that. I want that flexibility for my speed and as for kicking high. Not that I want to kick high, because I avoid that all the time, but I want to kick and go high with that kick. I want to kick and go high with that kick. I want to throw and lift the leg higher. So that's why I like to get that. It's no different than when we were in martial art class and you had a partner that would lift your leg up and you tap when it gets to a certain height, you know, that you're done being comfortable with, all right? So, or you want to hold there. And it gave you a reference point to where you can continue to improve that stretch, all right? But that kind of stretching to me is extremely important, because I kick low, but I want to kick low. And like if I'm kicking the groin, I'm going to the eyes. I don't stop at the groin. I don't kick like that. I kick like that to the groin with a straight leg, like a Rockette girl or something, you know, dancers. All right. You can get into different other types of stretches, but I think that's good. That warms me up and flexes me. Another thing too is I like to squat and push out. It's no different than sitting on your rump and putting the bottom of the feet together and pushing the knees down, what we used to call a butterfly stretch. All right, so these are just some basic stretches. Of course, you know, you want to get into the neck, shoulders, you know, things of this nature, simple things. But what I like to, when I describe stretching, is to stretch the legs, to keep the legs flexible, as well as the lower back. All right, so I've gotten into where we would do strikes, and you see this a lot in Iron Vest, to keep that waist rotation there and to keep that waist and back flexible. So I don't know what else to say about stretching. I had a comment that a guy asked me to do a video on stretching. I keep it simple. I don't get into crazy positions or anything like that, or, you know, but I will work the body down, you know. We have in Tai Chi where we will bring the hands up, and you see you're getting that waist, hips, everything is shoulders, everything's getting hit. But a lot of those are basic. I think too, as we age, because I know my subscribers are up there in the age too, is to maintain that flexibility. Do little things. I mean, if you can hold something and only get here, or when you're lunging forward, you take it to where you're comfortable, but then get that reference point and continue to improve. None of you are, you know, with 1 foot on the damn grave. So, and if it is, then what do you want? The foot in the grave or the foot on the on solid ground? So if that's the case, then keep pulling that foot that's on the grave back toward the solid ground one. It's just that simple. Push, push, push. Get flexible, stay flexible, because it will help you in all areas of your life. It really will. I'll leave that alone and let you guys, remind you guys, please subscribe. If you're not subscribed, what the hell are you thinking about? Like the video, share the video, and let's keep this going. Maybe we'll start a seniors thing. Peace.